All right, so here we are. It is May 20th. It's been 8 days since I've been in this house. And my last video, I was putting on a honey super. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't expect much. They're just starting to bring some in, but I remember so I'm gonna take a quick peek. I'm gonna make it quick up top, but I will show you what I did. So I was worried that they didn't have enough. So I brought them a frame of honey from last year. But I just want to see what they're doing in the middle. So hopefully you can see me. And like I said, I'm gonna fly right through the honey super here. And this is the frame I brought. I do believe, right? I threw it on the end. If I did, they cleaned it out. Let me look. Maybe it was this end. But anyways, I know there's gonna be a little bit of wind. Yesterday I made my first split. So there's Nectar right there. Beautiful. Starting in the top super. So yesterday I made my first split, and unfortunately it was so windy you really couldn't hear what I was talking about. All right, so this is full of nectar. Look at that. So I'm not worried. Unless this is the frame, I don't really remember. I thought I put it on the outside, but maybe I slid it in a couple. But anyways, I came and I gave him a frame. So I know a frame somewhere in here is, oh, there's nectar on this one too. So, all right, so I know it's starting. Anyways, let me finish one thing. So yesterday I had to make my first split because I had swarm cells pretty much a couple of days away from being capped. So the big hives are ready to rock and roll. They're already trying to swarm. Of course, that's the same one from last year I made my first split off of. So I'm not gonna say, ow. Oh yeah, look at the nectar coming in. Nectar's, I know it's right up in the corners. So I know it's starting. We're getting a good flow going. It's gonna start. We've finally had good weather. Today's in the, 62 degrees. I think they're talking high 60s Friday. Beautiful weekend. All right, so this is empty. So there's not a ton, but when I made that split yesterday, I did a shake, and there was a ton of nectar in the fruit cone. So I know they're bringing it in, they just haven't brought it up yet. All right, ladies. And once again, I am at the farm, so you're gonna hear some trucks coming by here in a minute. Behind my arm. So a little bit of nectar up top, nothing to get excited about, but at least I know they're not starving, like I was kind of worried about last week. All right, ladies, hold on. Bear with me here. I'm gonna pop this top. Oh, look at the numbers. These look great. These look really good. All right, so this is the other honey super. And, okay, all right. Come on, guys. Just a little bit. Don't mind my arm. So let's see what they're up to. There we go. All right, look at that, beautiful. So this was not in here last week. And let me see if it's gonna come in, but that is all nectar. That is not. So I'll be excited to see what they're doing. All right, so they're definitely, the flow is just starting here, I would say. That is all a nice ring. You can see them filling over here. So we're just getting into it now. And there's not much on that one. So this is good. This is a good sign. Like I said, I knew by shaking that frame when there was a lot of nectar coming out. I knew we were onto something. All right, so now I'm looking at pretty much pollen, and they're putting in the corner. So this is my bottom super, and this is the one that they'll still dome for the queen. So they won't fill those centers. And putting it in the corner. And let me see here. So I know it's a great debate on whether bees will move an egg up through an excluder. And last year I had one, so I will check, but nothing major here. Nothing major to see here. All right, little smoke, ladies, little smoke. Come on, I'm just gonna see what's going on. So I'd say it's just starting, and these girls are ready to rock and roll. I've already made my first split, which is a week earlier than it was last year. So, all right, so this is empty. That's empty, and you got swarm, you got cups. Just keep destroying them, that's all I ever do. Just destroy them, make them start over. But I will say one thing, the hive yesterday that I made the split on, they must have used older eggs because it was probably about 2 days away from being capped. So they're gung-ho, and they always have been. And it's kind of it's a great debate, I would say, because it's a swarmy queen, but yet she produces great offspring. So I don't know, it's like the best of, not the best of both worlds. You got to keep your eye on them, so there's not much there to see. A lot of, oh, there we go. Actually, that's got good nectar right in it, right in here. So the dome, so the typical dome, as if there was no excluder, they're just doming it for the queen. So I'm kind of on the fence. She's a swarmy queen, but some of my best splits from last year came off her. And this feels heavy. Oh yeah, that's why. Look at that. All right, so you can, I'm trying to get it so the sun catches it, but you can see all the nectar right in there. So I'm not worried about them starving. Last week I was kind of on the fence, but then like I said, we had really good weather coming up. We have really good weather still coming up. We're finally getting into decent, beautiful weather. All right, girls, come on. So things look good. What the heck was that? Things look good. I'm just gonna check this last corner one here to see what they're doing on the corners. And it seems to be nothing. Oh, a little bit of nectar right there. All right, so that's it. I don't need to see any more. That's the honey super. Honey super looks good. Let me just put this back together and we'll get into the brood box. Just wanted to be quick. What I do if, most of the time, I just flip these boxes up. Make sure they haven't built a swarm cell on the bottom. And then just cut it out from the bottom. Simple. Part of the reason it's nice to have single brood chambers, especially if you're running more hives. Because what I'll do is, like I said, I'll show you here in a second. For the hives that I know, I don't need to look. Come on, girls. All right, all right. For the hives I know I don't need to look in every frame. Save me time. When I come out here, just come out, pop it up, tip it back, and take a look. And then what I usually do is I just cut out all the queen cells, smoke them back. I know I don't need to do it because I just went through the whole thing, but that's what makes a single brood chamber quick for me. I'm not checking the boxes. I don't need to check the box. I know they got plenty of room for honey because the honey flow is just starting, so they have plenty of room. I'm not worried. All right, girls. Clean that after they get off. All right, so here we are. Now we're into the brood chamber. So what I hope not to see is a whole bunch of swarm cells. right in there. So I only had that one hive that is super swarmy, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, if I had every hive that had swarm cells, then I'd say that I'd be in trouble. Plus that hive is, that's just their personality, is to swarm early. But I gotta say, like I said, it's one of those things, keep an eye on them and they'll give you great swarm cells. All right, so here we are, super procedure cups, I'm assuming. I'll get out of the sun here so you can see. But they always make them. Always make super procedure cups on this end. Should almost take this, it's a beautiful frame of pollen though. Pollen and nectar in the corners. So this is one of my telltale signs. When you look, see this, make sure you're seeing. These top corners should be nectar. And that's what they're doing. The rest is all pollen. And then as I get in, you're gonna wanna see that. You're gonna wanna see that on the inner frames, just the nectar. Look at the bees. Oh wow, good job, ladies. So May 20th, it's I'd like to just kind of wait for splits till end of May. Oh wow, look at that. Look at the brood. Look at the brood. All right, I don't see anything I need to be worried about right there. Don't even see any cups. That's just a ladder. Look at the brood. Look at the full frame of brood. Gorgeous, ladies. They're gonna hit their stride right in time. They're gonna be perfect. So this is it. I know it's kind of long and slow, but it gives you an idea of what to look for, what to expect when you do single brood chambers. Come on, girls. I know, but you're not moving. And you're gonna have a packed brood nest, and you just need to take your time, go through, make sure you don't see any swarm cells, which I haven't seen any. Those are ladders. There's some wonky drone brood right over here. But I'm not seeing anything, and I don't see my queen either, so. I see young larvae in that corner. I see pollen. Oh, she's got eggs all the way to the top. Wow. She literally has eggs all the way to the top up here. I guess there's no room for nectar, or there was no nectar, so she filled it. But they're doing good now. I'm not worried about them starving. Not worrying about them slowing down. I'm not worried about it. Now this is frame 4. Now we're getting closer to the center. Eggs and young larvae right there. So she's come back through where they've emerged, and she's filling. All right, so those are ladders. Not worrying about ladders. All right, things look great. I mean, look at the numbers though. This is, it's about what, 3:30 in the afternoon? So a lot of them are still out foraging. Just start looking at brood frames. All right, come on girls, let me in. Let me in. There we go. All right. So I think we're doing good. I'm not seeing any cups down here in the bottom. All right, this is the center of the brood nest. And I'm not seeing any cups. Beautiful frames. No cups, no queen yet either. Turning it, so she's got eggs in the center where they've emerged. She's come back in and laid it up. All right, girls, all right. All right. working the farm today. Sorry. Hope it's not too loud. Oh yeah, this is a heavy frame of brood. Heavy frame. All right, so we got a cup on the side here. Can't hold it, and I'm a righty. So I'm gonna try to, hold on a second. Little cup. I think there was one there last week, but little cup on the side, nothing in it. So I don't see anything else I need to worry about. Oh wow, look at the brood. So that's it. I mean, that's a beautiful frame. Let me blow the beat. You can see that where she laid in the center, and then they merged, and then she laid out here, so this should come back to the center. The little rings sound like little rainbow rings. Yeah, phenomenal. That's just a big old drone sticking out. All right, girls, come on. No queen yet. Where is she? On the sides? No queen yet. I'm more focused on swarm cells than I am anything else, but usually she pops right out at you. But I'm not seeing it. I mean, this is another beautiful, look at the brood pattern. So you figure what, today's the 20th, talking 11 days. By the beginning of June, all the brood you see is going to be emerged. And then they'll be making a split because they'll be peaked right at, they'll be peaking right at the main flow. I mean, unbelievable. She's doing really well. Okay, that one didn't work out so well. Sorry, girl, sorry. Come on. Of course it tries. Alright, so getting all this. Beautiful. Sorry for the long video. I'll start separating them probably next week. So the people who are interested in the honey supers can watch that one and the brood. I know, sometimes the brood gets boring. I'll admit it. All right, so what I see here is tons of eggs and young larvae on the outer edge. So she's literally stuffing every frame. But I'm not seeing any swarm cups. So right now they're focused on bringing in a crop, which is what I need. This queen is one of my good ones. Come on, girls. Come on, move it. So, but I will be making splits. I know I got a lot of people asking why I always cut down the swarm. I want a honey crop first. I don't want them in swarm mode for the flow. I want them thinking, pack it away. And, oh, there she is right there. All right, so let me make sure you can see this. So I can't, I'm too close to the frame right next to it. Where'd you go? Where did she go? I lost her trying to focus on. Hold on a second. Oh, there she is in the sun. Ay, ay, ay. She's hiding on me again. She literally was right there. There she is. I can't see. Where? It's like a... She's in there somewhere. She's in there somewhere. Let me put my finger close to her. Right in there. She's right hiding in there. I know I can't. But anyways, I found her. She's doing phenomenal. And I don't see any swarm cups. So there she is. She's on the very second end. So she hasn't completely started laying on every frame yet. So far, that end, and I haven't looked at this one yet, but So far, I think she's laying on 8 of the 10. But boom! Look at that. So that's nectar. A little bit of pollen, but more nectar. This one's more nectar. That's it. So anyways, I'm gonna stop it because it's so loud. But that's it. Things look good for another week. Thank you for watching.